All right, all right, all right. Shalom, shalom. Prophetess Deborah coming today with a message. And guess what? It is some sort of message. Being so, I got the title from the bosom of the Father who has given it unto my bosom. So I'm going to bring it forth before you. So this message I have uploaded, this is the this will be the fifth time. The first three times, something was going wrong with my laptop. This third time, I upload the video, but it was an hour and 30, I think 36 minutes. What I wanted to do is bring it to as less time, but bring the main points. So I'm going to delete the video and upload this one so that you can get the fullness of what the Spirit was saying to me in the running water in the kitchen this morning. The Spirit of the Most High Yah gave me something that was very powerful, and He said, "Deportation, deportation, deportation." So I'm like, deportation? Yes, Deborah. What Satan meant for evil, Yah has always mastered it for good, turning all evil and wicked that appear evil, that is evil, but allowing us to see how Yah will use it for his good toward his people. That is what is happening. We're really thinking based on how we seeing things going on in the world. That's why it's important for us to unite as a oneness, to come together to the fullness of understanding what is spirit and truth in the light versus what is taught in the dark. The type of teaching that you can see and believe, the type of teaching that you can look and in your study guide and you can believe it based on what you are reading and believing. But see, what people didn't know, that the way Yah orchestrate himself in us is we that are the one, we must understand him in the unseen first and foremost, because the unseen teaches us how to see him in the seen. Not only see him, to see his right hand, his stretched out arm, what he stand for, what he was, what he is, and what he is today, and what he is to come. But we can't seem to see him if we still looking at that which is seen, because everything that is seen came from the unseen. You see? You see how important it is to see the unseen versus the seen? Because the unseen has the key, the power, the beginning to the end of the whole matter. But we go after what we can see and believe and forsaking that which we cannot. But I believe the body of Hamashiach has the ability to see in the spirit realm, because the spirit realm that lives in them is greater than anything on the outside of them. So therefore, that ruach in you is greater than your own flesh. Let it have its way. Hear it. Not so much as the noise on the outside of who you are. Hear the noise from the inside, because it's teaching you things that cannot be uttered out of the mouth of these flesh, these YouTubers, these Instagram, Patrick, Twitter, Facebook. This stuff here is just noise with no light, no spirit and truth in it. So Sister Deborah, see how she didn't went all this route? Let me get into the topic. The topic that the water brought to me was deportation. He wanted me to know deportation is going to be the whole house of Israel, bestest friend. Because deportation is going to take you where Yah is going to gather you and bring you. So in that process, we're looking at what the world is subject to do to us, what Trump is subject to do us, but to us, not knowing that y'all work the evil in the favor of that which he does good. So when you see evil, he will turn it around in our favor for the good. You see? So I want you to take this message that way and that way only. So I got to get into it and I'm excited. I'm trying to cut down a lot of things because I need to bring that video under less timing. Okay, so I want to go to Exodus chapter 7. Let's go to Exodus chapter 7, and we're going to learn. First and foremost, I got to give to you what the Father has given to me. He said, tell them, Deborah, that I did not need Pharaoh. I did not need the okay of Pharaoh, Deborah. I did not need Moses to speak on my behalf, Deborah. I didn't need Aaron to speak on my behalf. I didn't need to prove myself and my power to Israel. To do what I'm capable of doing by myself. The Father is saying something to many of you all out there that is of the body. Is that get this thing out of your head, out of that fleshly thought of your heart, that he needs you and needs everybody for his will to work. His will is working while we're still on A, he down there by Z. That's how powerful his will is. No, you can't, because you're believing and seeing and understanding everything in your flesh without even considering the fact that, wait a minute, there was a spirit realm before there was a flesh realm. You existed in the kingdom before you exist on the earth. This is how real this thing is. But let me get back into my topic here that he wants me to bring. But he wants me to let you know, he didn't need Abraham. He didn't need Aaron. He didn't even need to prove nothing to Israel. He just wants us to know that. Like to today. He don't have to prove himself in how he's going to bring Israel, the whole house of Israel, from the four corners out of captivity. He don't have to prove to nobody. You see how all of them are saying, he's going to do this, he's going to do this. This is how he's going to do it. This is how he's going to do it. Or he's going to do it this way. All voices in the land. But what they don't understand, that's what you call hearing and seeing and believing. What the flesh has to say, what the flesh has to hear. No. What y'all got prepared is coming from the standards of spirit. It's coming from that realm. It ain't coming from the realm of the flesh. So let's go. So he wanted me to let you know. He didn't need nobody to do what he does best. That's why he's the I am. And you're going to see that in Exodus chapter 7. Let's start with verse 2. Thou shalt speak all that I command thee. He's telling Moses. He's speaking one-on-one to Moses. You need to speak what I command thee to speak. Okay? No question asked. Just speak what I command you to speak. Listen to what he said. And Moses, Aaron, your brother, shall speak unto Pharaoh, that he shall send the children of Israel out of his land. So he's telling you the whole mission of confronting Pharaoh is to say to him, to speak to him, send the children of Israel out of the land. His land, his land. So there you go. You got Abraham, Pharaoh, and Aaron. They're working the action of the flesh. They're on the side of the flesh, conducting matters. While in verse 3, you hear the action of the spirit. Listen to this in verse 3. And I will hearken Pharaoh's heart. No. And I will harden Pharaoh's heart. Wait a minute, hold up. You're going to harden Pharaoh's heart after you sending Aaron and Moses to commune with Pharaoh? Deborah, they're communing on the outside. I'm trying to send a message to Israel today to recognize me. I reside now on the inside. So there's a two sides, Deborah. There's an outside and an inside. But when I work the wheel on the inside, I, the Most High, conduct it on the outside. So that's why on the outside you got Pharaoh, Aaron, and Moses conducting a matter of communicating and setting up or speaking to one another about allowing and sending Israel out of the land of Egypt. Okay. Now, watch this. And verse 3, I will harden Pharaoh's heart. See, that's the spiritual realm. And then what he said, and multiply my signs. There go the spiritual realm. And my wonders in the land of Egypt. There go another one. So he had three working on the natural. And what is the natural? That which you can see and believe. And there the Father is, while they're working on the natural, guess what he's doing? He's working on the spiritual end. And what is going on with the spiritual end? It is tampering with the natural so that the natural would not and cannot go the order that it could. He's tampering with the heart of, so he will not let the people go, so that what? That the spiritual realm can show up and show out in their natural eyes. Many people don't understand it, especially Israel and Judah, especially Judah. Israel definitely ain't going to understand, but Judah don't understand nothing. They have no idea what is taking place. Y'all got two things going on at one time. And you won't get not one human being on this earth to teach it the way I'm giving it to you today. Only through the Ruach can this be taught. So here it is in verse 3, you see the spiritual realm setting itself up against the plan of the natural realm. What you saying is setting it up? Because if Aaron and Moses is going to Pharaoh to say, let him go, they're trying to work something out. They're going to conduct business. While over here in the spiritual realm has already stepped into the business, hardened their heart so that things won't level out in the natural realm. You see, this is what I'm saying about you think you know this creator because you believe what you see and what you read and what you hear out of the mouth and the voices of all these voices in the land. But the Father wants you to know this come by spirit. Now the spirit is preparing the heart of Pharaoh to be hardened so it can reject what the two servants he sent in, the Father, to say to Pharaoh to let the people go. Right then, you should see Pharaoh would have let them go. Because it would be no need for the Father to harden his heart if his heart was already hardened. So Yah, the Most High Yah, hardens Pharaoh's heart so that he will not let the people go. These were spiritual actions that Yah was performing against the natural act, the natural action. When who's over all of this? The Most High Yah. That's like today. When you see this chaos going on, you see what he's doing all this action, but you got to be able to receive from the Holy Spirit what he's doing, how he's doing, and why. Only one can give you that is the Holy Spirit. Everything Donald Trump is doing is likened to Pharaoh. Yah has hardened Pharaoh's heart, so he will not let the people go. So that tells you Pharaoh would have let the people go. But what is it that Yah wanted? He wanted it to go a way where everything about him can be revealed. To who? To Egypt, Pharaoh, and most of all, Israel. The house of Israel will see their forefathers, Yah. So when you're thinking that it was all about judging Egypt, it was all about destroying Pharaoh and his army. No, it wasn't. It was about Egypt. It was about Israel seeing the Father's right hand, his stretched out arm, which is his power, seeing his word, hearing and following his word, knowing that he is the Father, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You see? But did Israel take heed? No. That's what it was all about, child. So it wasn't just about the judgment on Egypt and Pharaoh and them for the way they have treated Israel. It was a bigger picture, you guys. It was a picture to tell Israel that, okay, this is our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob's Yah, that has delivered us. And they never got it, y'all. So there was two nations that Yah was working on. He was working on Egypt and he was working on the house of Israel to see the both to see him and his glory, his power, his authority, his rulership, what he's capable of doing. The main one should have saw it would have been Israel, because the things that happened to Egypt didn't happen to them. All the pestilence and all the disease and the firstborn being dead, sons being dead. Let me ask you something. Let me tell you something. Israel were right there. But none of this stuff happened to them. Right then, you would have thought, well, okay, we should glorify this one that's allowing all these things to happen, but yet protect us from it. They didn't do it, y'all. That's how it is today. We have no idea of what we're out here trying to teach and preach and reveal to people and trying to bring into awakening. You can't be awakened because you have not awoken. You have not awake from spirit and truth, nor do you carry the light in your right hand. So what kind of awakening are you in? Now, in verse 3, the Father is showing you how he is working this thing in the spiritual realm to control the natural. Deportation is what the Yah spoke to me this morning in the water. Israel, that's how he's bringing you out. Judah, don't get caught up in what the United States is doing. Understand, the Father wants me to let you know, when you see them deporting or doing this deportation, don't get upset. Don't go riding. Don't go marching, or don't go getting involved in it. Nowhere near it. Understand, this is the way that he's going to bring you out. And at the same time, he's going to be judging this land as he's doing. Sister Debbie told you 2 years, his judgment is on the land. His fire is lit. His wrath is before the land. He has suffered lawlessness to hit it. There's many of things going on. And all these things Donald Trump is working to make sure the land falls from within. That no other country is going to bring this land down. It's going to be the mighty right hand and the stretched out arm of the Father that bring this country down. So when you see deportation, know that your gathering is at hand. Bringing you out from the land of your captives is at hand. It is said you're going to come in cursed and you're going to go out cursed. You see? So I want you to understand it's going to take something from the spiritual realm that cannot be seen with the natural eyes, that cannot be understood or comprehend within a natural of a person. It has to be a person that is full of the Holy Spirit, that's speaking spirit and truth to enlighten you of Yah's mystery. He said, I'm going to bring the mystery down the prophets. That's the only way you're going to get it. And you're not going to get it the way you want to receive it. That's your flesh. So here in verse 3, it says, and I will harden Pharaoh's heart. He letting you know. I'm coming from the spiritual end, Deborah. Yeah, I sent them out in the natural, but I'm working this thing on the spirit. Before they get to Pharaoh, I already did it. I hardened his heart already. Okay? So that shows you that it's not according to the way you would see it and proceed it in the natural. It's coming from a spiritual realm. So then he said he's going to multiply my signs and my wonders in the land of Egypt. He's letting you know I'm coming down with all power to stretch out arm and the right hand to do what? Let's go to 4. But Pharaoh should not hearken unto you. I want to let you know. Who is he letting know? He's letting those who's going thinking that they are going to end up convincing Aaron and Moses really thought that they was going to go in there. And yes, Moses and Pharaoh is going to be convinced. No, Would Pharaoh have let them go? Yeah, but we got another end over here y'all missing. You forget whose will is in on the earth. He will use evil for good. He will let darkness sit there until light is drawn from it, bringing darkness into the marvelous light. You don't know who you're messing with, so you think. So what is happening here in verse 4? He's actually letting even Aaron and Moses know you can go on, but I'm going to do something to his heart, to where he ain't going to let him go. So that shows you even him telling them that he knew that Pharaoh would have been subject to let the people go. But see, Yah was doing something in the spiritual realm. He was proving something to Egypt and Pharaoh and something to Israel. That's what you call behind the scene. That's what you call spirit. And he said he's doing that today. Don't look at deportation as something that is in the power of evil. Because what I'm going to use it for is for my good, said the Most High Yah. So I want you all to take heed and get it right. In all you're getting, get understanding. So here, I like the idea that he said in verse 4, he's actually saying that Pharaoh, I'm going to do something to his heart. That shows you who ruled. Donald Trump don't rule. Republicans, Democratic, nobody rules but my Father and his will, which is the will is the Father. So all this trash y'all heard, all this trash y'all been taught and being taught, that's on y'all. He said people are looking for that which they can hear out of their itchy ears. They don't want to hear what God said the Most High through his servants, the prophets, who's holding the mystery. in the day of yesterday and in the day of today. No, they want to be able to hear what they can see and see what they can hear. That's all flesh. That's all natural. Many people don't understand there's two ways you come down from the kingdom. You come down to live out natural, or you come down to live out spirit. Which one are you? Or do you know? So here he said, I may lay my hand upon Egypt. And he's saying, but in verse 4, but Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you, that I may lay my hand upon Egypt and bring forth my armies and my people, the children of Israel, out of the land of Egypt. Okay? By great judgment. Do you all know that judgment is on this land, America? It's on the four corners of the world. The judgment of the Most High God. Don't y'all not see the judgment of God taking its course? All these things that's happening where man cannot control. Now, what he wants you to also understand is the great judgment was how he orchestrated Moses and Aaron go to Pharaoh. I'm going to hit Pharaoh with the hardened heart. I'm going to bring my signs and my wonders down. That's my judgment. Get out of my way. When y'all want me to tell Israel, really Judah and Israel, that's how he's going to gather us from the four corners among our captives, from out of our captives land. Same way. That's how we getting up out of here. Deportation. So I give y'all all glory and honor and praise for at least letting a servant with light bring that onto the earth today. Because it's almost like y'all don't want his servants to think that he never had any light on the earth, because it's so darkness on the earth that everybody think everything goes the way of the darkness. No, it don't. Light gonna always rule. Okay, so I like the idea of how he's telling us that the judgment, the great judgment, is why all this is orchestrated. This is how I'm going to bring them out, through my great judgment. Same thing is going to happen in Revelation 18. And we're going to get to that. Now, verse 5, it says, and Egypt shall know that I am the Most High God. When I stretch forth my hand upon Egypt and bring out the children of Israel from among them. You see? You see right there telling you. Right there telling you. That's how he used his stretched out arm and his right hand, his power, as a sign that one may see that he is the I am. Only one can take all of those orders like that and put it into proper is I am that I am. I can be what I want to, when I want to, how I want to, and the way I want to. And ain't nobody can do nothing about it. Because I am all that and some. That's my Most High God. That's who he is, he was, and he's going to be. That's him. All in a nutshell. When we giving all this authority and to the Democrats, the Republicans, the elites, the Jesuits, the pyramids, Satan's kingdom, the Jews, the fake Jews, we giving all this authority to people who don't have the power to hold it. They're in. And y'all want you to know, deportation is coming for you. As I did a study in that short span of when he gave me the quickening through the water, I found out that they planned this way back years ago. Oh, they have half the countries agreed to send deportation people from USA, United States, and other countries to certain third world countries. See, why they don't understand, third world countries are poor countries, but they don't understand. We're going to the wilderness, baby. It ain't that you in control. It is that my Father's in control, because him gathering us out of there, and we're on the journey through the wilderness to take us to Mount Zion. Hey, if we got to stop over in the third world country, let it be. It'll still be like the wilderness, a place that we're going to and fro. But the Father let us know that in that wilderness, Deborah, tell them, I'm going to purge up and I'm going to purge down. In that wilderness, those who transgress me, hey, I'm going to do away with them. So you see what I'm saying? He ain't taking you to Mount Zion, gathering you and taking you to Mount Zion. You got another stop before you get there. So if America is trying to take and using deportation of Mexicans to really fulfill the real plan, was to take Judah and Israel on the four corners to a third world country. They planned. And how are they going to do it is usher in this deportation, as if deportation is for all the migrants that came over to the country. If you look and do your study, all these countries are saying the same thing. They got immigrants, they got migrants all over here. We taking them and we sending them back. I'm like saying, it's something said elsewhere. Everybody's going back to their hometown or their homeland or whatever. But let me tell you, even Israel is going to make it back to the land of Yah, where Yah is calling it the land of home for us as Israel. So it ain't a place that they're going to send us that we're going to be missing in action. No. Deportation, the Father said, is going to be the whole house of Israel, greatest and bestest friend. When the world intend for it to be evil, Yah is going to make it for our good. You see? So he's saying, don't get caught up and bent up from the flow up regarding this deportation. Behold what the prophet is saying, that thou too may have an eye on that which is coming the route of the Spirit, like he did when he brought Israel out of Egypt. They still didn't see the route of the Spirit that was for them. You see? So Sister Deborah, what is important today is we have already been put in for safety, to be safe kept in the body of Hamashiach. So that's why I say to that one, I'm speaking to that one. I'm not speaking to the whole. I'm speaking to that one that's in the body of Hamashiach, that holds the light, that is about spirit and truth. You see, I'm not speaking to everyone. Okay, so one thing about it, he also wants you to know is that when America called themselves, Donald Trump said, make America great. He said, in the spiritual realm, you don't get it. In the natural, you take it and you eat it up. You digest it. You believe it. You receive it. But in the spiritual realm, he's saying, making America great again is putting them where they started. Killing, stealing, and destroying to have what they have. Now, Donald Trump ain't doing this for America. He's doing it for the wealthy and those that belong to the pyramid of Satan. He's not doing it to the America, as far as America, he's doing it to the pyramid, the evil of the evil, those who have vowed to serve Satan. He knows already that America must come down. He don't have no problem with that. He's bringing it down from the inside because you all don't see Yah coming on this end. Donald Trump is waiting on this end. See, Donald Trump waiting on the natural end, which is on the left. But Yah is coming from this end with the right. And that's what many of you all don't understand. So he wants you to know deportation has its place in this day. And he's going to take what is evil intent and make it for the good of the purpose. And he's going to harden Trump's heart and those that are around him in evil, their hearts to do what his will already orchestrated from the heaven. But yet he's going to get his will as Israel, a part of his will, it's going to be done. And he said, don't look at deportation as an enemy to you. Look at it as a best friend. Okay? I'm going to even title this message a little different. Okay? So that I wanted to make sure I get to you. Now, I also want you to understand that as you read, you know, he talks about how he's going to gather you. That's why the Father wants you to know when he does things, it's going to be on his spiritual realm. But he would take evil to even play a role in how his spiritual realm, according to his will, must go. You see? That's just like hot and cold. If it's too cold, you turn on hot to blend it lukewarm. If it's too hot, you turn on cold to make it, at your temperature. When with evil, righteous, Yah, good, is the oversight, it can fully control evil. With no doubt. Proverbs 16 and verse 4. I created, said the Most High Yah, evil and wicked for the day of evil and wicked. And that's the day we're in. So do not think that he don't rule from the kingdom and all power is not in his hand and all authority is not in his hand, because it is, whether you like it or not. Okay. So I want to go to Revelation chapter 4, Revelation 18 and chapter 4. I'm trying to make this video shorter, or I'm trying to cut it short from what I did earlier, because the point that Yah is trying to make is a spiritual one. It's not a point that's trying to get you all out there that might be tuning in, the oversight, because you still ain't going to understand it. If Donald Trump and the whole host of Satan's crew have no idea that the power that rests in what I'm saying, even though they know something, but they don't know, they can't, the power of Yah is not going to allow them to grip really what I'm saying. They are tied into completing the will of Yah. Even when they think they evil is winning. It's still, because why? Satan ain't going to let them know we ain't really winning, we losing. We still following the protocol. I'm the evil on the earth that already assigned to the lake of fire. We still following the protocol of he that's in the kingdom. He just letting us be down here clowning like everybody else, to where they have no idea that their power is limited and that the power that they are using is not even theirs. It's still my Father's will. It's still my Father's will. It's still my Father's will. You see what I'm saying? Make it make sense. Okay, so when you get to Revelation 18 here, I had a problem with Revelation 18 and 4. I had an issue with that because I used to ask as a teenager, wait a minute, why would you tell a people to come out of her when they didn't even want to go in her? This is how they have smeared it. And they have smeared it away that it takes only the Holy Spirit to come in and correct it in a way you can tell that Yah has all power. Yah rule. You remember when the guy that was born withered And the disciples said, well, how did he get like that? Is it his mother or father's fault? He said, no, no, no. Yeshua, which the world called Jesus, he said, no, this is for Yah's glory. You all do not understand. There is a lot of things that's happening, that has happened even in your family, in your community, at your workplace. What did they say? They said to Yeshua, which is Jesus as the world calls him, they said, well, how did he get like this? Was it his mother's fault, or his father did something, or mama did something? He said, no, 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 this is for Yah's glory. So everything you see in the natural, if you're not able to see the glory of Yah in its spirit, no matter how bad it might appear in the natural, try to ask Yah to give you that what it takes to see it in the spirit realm, and then you can talk to somebody. You can teach. You can preach this time. You cannot teach and preach without having the understanding in the spirit. Spirit is always before the flesh. It is always before the world. It was before it is. That means heaven had it already. You were already up there before you got down here. Grip understanding in spirit and truth from the spiritual realm, because the spiritual realm will tame the flesh to see things out of the order of what it's consisted of. That's how you get the flesh under the subjection to the spirit. It's when you contain that flesh in the whole idea that, hey, you don't want nothing. It starts in the spirit realm. Okay? So in Revelation 18 and verse 4, I had an issue when he said, come out of her. I'm like, okay, Father, you said they come out of them. They didn't bring themselves in it. So how can you come out of something that you didn't put yourself in? So now Yah is showing me with deportation, this is what it's talking about. It's telling you to come out. So when you see deportation taking place, and they coming for you, because that was the plan, y'all, is to make sure you people, which are the true people of Yah, they're going to make sure that you are out and put into a third world country. Their whole intent. But see, y'all gonna take what is evil and turn it in what is good. That just showing you that the power of it, and the control of us coming out. Y'all ain't never left it up to them. It's still going according to his will. Now here in Revelation chapter 18 and verse 4, it reads, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her. Wait a minute, Father Yah. My issue is, why do that voice have to come out? I mean, why do that voice have to say, come out of her? Heavens is calling you out. That's not earth. That's not what you're reading and believing. That's not what's happening, you guys. It's not what you're reading that tells you that heavens, it's what heavens is going to do. Why is heaven telling you to come out of something you didn't bring yourself in? It's because heaven is not talking about what we thought and what we think. He's talking about come out of her, because when they start to deportation and toward Israel or toward Judah out of this country and other country, go on out. Don't fight. Don't buckle. Come out of her. Come out. Why? Listen to what it says in verse 4. My people, he called you his people. Come out of her. Did not he say he's going to gather you out of who? Her. Where you have been dispersed. So he's saying, come. I'm gathering you out. Come on. Come on. I'm gathering you. My people. So he's telling you, I'm gathering you on the four corners out of the United States as well. Come on out. Don't fight. Don't buckle. Listen to what it says. That ye may not partaker of her sins and that ye receive not her plagues. You don't want her judgment, y'all. So know that, hey, judgment is on them when deportation is taking place toward you. Notice you need to come out. Don't fight, don't ride, don't march. Go out. It's Yah that's leading you. See, you wouldn't know that this is not for somebody in the flesh. This is not for the Christians, the Catholics, the Jehovah Witness, and all these other people with all these different denominations. The Muslim, the Buddha. This is not for you. This is for the people of the church that's in the body of Hamashiach, that holds the light and spirit and truth. This is what this is talking to. Come on out. Deportation was the word that was spoken unto me in the water this morning. That means we have to come out, you guys. And it ain't that coming out is, remember I said to you all many a times, I said this many times, and he's saying it's so simple. Come out of her. What you mean come out of her? Shouldn't it be more fierce? Shouldn't it have been said in Genesis, Revelation, Mark, Luke, John, Ezekiel? We should have been warned to come out. It's speaking of a different come out. It's time to go, y'all. Deportation is what their plan were for Israel and Judah here in the United States and the four corners. All of them are in on it. All of them. This is why the riot and everything bothered them, because they don't see Judah out there. But Judah is starting to go out, y'all. Judah is starting to go out here and riot and fight against this. What happened? They're going to lose their lives. Them taking people, what they're starting to do, which they already done built, the camps. They have the Walmarts and the camps that they're building to hold people until they see what third world or country they're going to assign them to. The third world country that they have the heart to sign them to are the poor countries, and they think they're doing something. But y'all call it the wilderness. Your first stop before you have to go to the promised land. So they still ain't doing nothing. So what he's saying here is come out of her, and he's saying that you be partaker of her sin, and that ye receive not, that you receive not, that you receive not her plagues. Because the moment, like I told y'all, and I taught you that, the moment Israel and Judah is out from amongst Babylon and the four corners, the plagues, the sin, everything is going to be destroyed. A lot of it. The whole United States coming down. You see, Judah. So when you see Judah going out now to riot and to picket, it's because many of them going to lose their lives. A lot of people don't even understand Judah's population has gotten, what, 13% now? It was 16. It's down to 13. Judah is actually taking itself out. Many things is happening. A lot of plagues has hit the land. A lot of pestilence. A lot of the wrath of Yah and the judgment. And no one's beholding it, because no one is concerned. So when Sister Deborah be teaching people about, you don't be so hung up on what you got, because what you got is what you're going to be afraid to leave. It's time, y'all. Deportation is their main goal. That was their main plan all the time. And many of you had no idea. And even to today. But they plan is for evil. But Yah's will, that perfect will, that excellent will, that wonderful will, that great will, is going to override it. It's going to be the way he's going to gather us. Right now, they're gathering people. and even taking them to certain kind of camps and place where they can house them until they see what third world they're gonna send them to. And then when they done with them, they coming for Judah here in this United Snakes of America. And Judah, he said, come out of her. Don't buckle with her. Don't fight with her. Don't ride with her. Come out of her. Come out of her. So you see what Sister Deborah was saying, where people get all caught up on what they got, how much they got, how much they gonna have, how they gonna defend their stuff, how they gonna keep their stuff, how ain't they gonna happen to me? I got this, I got that. You see that? It ain't gonna mean a rat's behind. If only you can see what the Spirit of the Most High Yah has planned. So he wants you to know deportation is going to be the house of Israel and Judah. Bestest friend. So I, Sister Deborah, would like to upload this. We'll like to change the title, upload it in a different way. And I have to cancel the other hour and some odd minutes. And I say, I hope you got something out of it. And I say, I'll be back. Shalom.